So hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So day 2 here at the Autofocus Test Drive Festival, and what we're gonna drive is probably one of my favorite Chinese luxury brands and as well with EV vehicles. This is the Series 5 REV. So basically this is the smaller version of that of the 7 which I drove earlier this year. I have a separate review of that. Check it out on my channel. Now powering this thing is again almost the same like what you get in the Series 7. One, you have a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine mated to an 80 kilowatt hour battery. Combined power, you have 470 horsepower and 675 newton meters of torque. So I expect this thing to be really peppy. And from the looks alone, all over, yes, it does look like a Porsche Macan, but I don't mind it whatsoever. And even how you open the boot, it's legit under the wiper itself. The boot space, you have a total of 369 liters, and when you fold all of the seats down, it maxes out at 776 liters. And like that width of the Series 7, which I don't expect this to be that good, but it is. Look, this looks really good. Wooden trims here on the door card, a lot of leather and squeegee materials. A 2-spoke steering wheel that houses all of your important functions, even too, like that of your adaptive cruise control. And then you have a small instrument cluster that displays all of your important information, like for your battery and your fuel range. And the Series 5 is highlighted by a very large infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with a lot of safety features. Ayun pala. And two, you have a very smooth 360-degree camera. And the center console itself, you have a wireless charging pad, a cup holder, and a gear lever. Thank goodness it's not like the Pindutan or somewhere here. And then further down, you get a USB Type-A and a USB Type-C port. A center console box, it opens like that. Again, like that of the Series 7. The seats is actually a highlight for me. It may be conventional, but you have at least butterfly headrest. And for the rear seats, you get 2 air conditioning vents, 2 USB Type-C ports, and the space there in the back, hence like that of a Porsche Macan, the space and headroom is really good. So now let's go for a first drive with this Series 5. So currently, we are just running on electric mode only. And as you can tell, it's really smooth. That's what I was expecting with this vehicle too, knowing that the Series 7 was a very good and smooth car to drive. And if you want to gun it, it actually flies. Just again here, around 20 kilometers per hour, just the speed limit here in the proving grounds. But don't worry, we're going to take this outside and see how this performs with all of that power. And now here on the open road, surprisingly here, day 2 at the Test Drive Festival, no one is driving that much at the moment, but let's use that to our advantage. So we're here in the comfortable driving mode at the moment, and then let's deploy it. Oh wow. And like that of its look-alike, the handling is really good and not much body lean compared with the 7. This one is a little bit more sportier to drive, and I like it. And of course, you have driving modes here. You have 4 of them: energy saving, comfortable, sports mode, and personalization mode. So I assume that's the individual mode, so you can change what the steering feel, if not mistaken. I can't seem to find it here, but I think it's just more of the adaptive style of driving mode. And let's try sports mode once we go here in the open road. And first impressions, like that of the 7, it's very smooth. Even though, yeah, you have, 675 newton meters on the top. This thing flies. So remember, the engine is only there to charge the battery. It's more of like that of a generator. So if you're mostly here, like in the city or running, I think as much as 70 kilometers per hour or even higher, if you're just driving sensibly, it will, just run on EV mode. So again, the engine will only kick in once the battery needs a bit of charge. And one nitpick though, just being honest, to control the air conditioning vents, it's similar like that of a Tesla. You have to check it all here in the infotainment system, like actually most of your stuff. So there's barely any physical buttons here and there, but in this day and age of high-tech stuff, even with vehicles, I got used to it pretty quickly. As well, if and only the engine cannot charge the battery itself, don't worry, this one is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. You can plug this in and charge it. And let's try now sports mode, so a little bit more effects here. Again, it's in color red. The sting may be light, but there's somewhat heft to it. And of course, if this is gonna be your first car to drive or to own, it will get the job. Oh my god. This is sport mode now. Already, what, almost touching 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. I was not even full throttle yet, and it's doing a good job overtaking. Wow. Wow. So lane departure warning, just keeping me in check. The handling is a big surprise for me. Of course, having coming from the Series 7, which is, what, a 6-seater, if I last recall. It's a bit heavy, it's a longer vehicle. This one, again, is more compact. So that means handling and driving dynamics of this is top-notch. And here, try one more time. Whoa! Wow, she flies! She flies, wow! Right, even though 675 Newton meters sounds violent, which I will agree, but it puts its power down very, very smoothly. And again, like that of the Series 7, which I'll keep commending, is one of the smoothest, what, REV vehicles I've ever tried out in terms of any of the Series vehicle, mind you. Wow, what a car! Now, if you're wondering, for the cost of all of this, yeah, it's quite steep, but I would say it's worth every penny because you got the fuel efficiency and legit, it says here in the tip computer, 7 liters per 100 kilometers. So you're gonna save a lot of fuel and energy, and in case you just wanna hoon this around, holy wow! Now, for the cost of all of this, this one stands at 3,688,000 pesos. I would say worth, again, every penny. And probably now you should definitely buy this vehicle. I would say it's an underrated brand here in the moment. Yes, there may be a new player here in the Philippines, but they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. I dig this brand, and hopefully soon I think we can have future lendouts of this vehicle because I want to give this a proper shot in case I want to get this vehicle in the future. Let's see about that. So, again, I'd like to thank everyone here at the Autofocus Test Drive Festival with Ceres Philippines and to Sir who assisted me here in this test drive today. So, hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more car reviews here at the Autofocus Test Drive Festival. Bye-bye.